Yes, Coach. Obviously, I know you take a look at that film. So what did you see in the film, and in terms of likes, dislikes, and what you guys get accomplished today?
Well, the film was great for us to learn. Our transition defense was not um, at a high level. When you looked at the stat sheet, you could see it. And then when you watch the film, some of it was turnovers, some of it was a lack of, spacing on our part, especially when we had penetration at the towards the basket. And those are things that you can grow from and learn, especially off of a win. But I thought the effort was tremendous last night. Luka shot not a poor percentage, but not, efficient. And a lot of that was due to Mikal, playing him full court and our guys locking in on his, drives to the basket. Last year we gave up, I think, 30 rim attempts a game. I think last night they had 16. So that's an improvement for us. We got in foul trouble and got out of rhythm a little bit. The assist numbers weren't there, and a lot of that was due to a lack of spacing and knowing where to be on penetration. So when you watch the film, you see a lot of stuff, but those are the things that, we spent time on today in practice, just working on our spacing, understanding what we're trying to do on our offense, and defensively, we just continue to daily hit the fundamentals of, trying to cover up that paint and get out to three-point shooters.
And real quick follow up, Kaminsky, it's because he's gonna be made available for us to talk to him today. Any chance of him playing this weekend?
There's always a chance. I don't know how to.
Okay.
There's a chance I could, come up with a vaccine for the virus. I wish I could do that and help a lot of people, but probably a lot better chance that Frank could get into the game. But we don't know. We'll just wait and see, what he can pick up, because he's been in our system, but he's also been in another system. So sometimes that could cloud your thinking. But there's always a chance, a lot better chance than me doing something for society that could really help.
Sorry, next is Cody Cunningham from Suns.com, followed by Kellen Olson.
Hey, Coach. Just want to know, what is the balance like when never trying to get too high or too low after a game? Like with a big win like last night, how do you celebrate with your team, but also make sure, you keep that focus going into this weekend?
I mean, it starts with our culture. We told our guys from day one when we got here, win or lose, we're not going to allow our gym to change. Our gym's going to be a place where we can come and no matter what the outcome of the game, we want it to be an environment where guys work and learn and get better. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows throughout the season, but it starts with the gym and the culture that we're trying to create and hold on to. And, we've added some veteran guys to the team that understand how to manage, days like this. And, it's a hard day to manage. I mean, we got Christmas, and families are in town and everybody's trying to stay safe with the virus running rampant. And so there's a lot going on. And so we hope that our gym is consistent, foundational piece that our guys can, expect every day. Our coaches are going to be ready for them, whether it's film work or on the court or, just conversations about life. We hope that the gym and atmosphere is something that keeps everything somewhat centered in the right place.
And just to follow up on that, just how weird is it to have this holiday break one game into the season? And going off that, how nice will it be to have a little family time after such a quick ramp up to the season?
It's really cool. Different, but cool. Different in that we play one game and, we're on to the Christmas slate of basketball games. So for me as a fan, I can't wait to watch, games tomorrow, but also spend time with my crew, and all of my kids are in town. It's a rarity in my house to have everybody in the same house. So I'm so excited for that, and all the goofy stuff that's going to happen authentically at my house. I can't wait. We have a really good time doing nothing. Probably could have our own version of the Seinfeld show. So I know the players are probably excited about having their peers and family members in town and watching basketball. Just a different day for us, and we all have to adapt. And I think our guys are doing a pretty good job of that.
This is Kellen Olson from Arizona Sports, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Coach, just wanted to follow up on something from last night. E'Twaun Moore wasn't able to find his way into the game. What do you envision his role being throughout the season?
E'Twaun's a guy that can score the ball. As I said to you guys before, it's just hard to play that many guys when you have, Chris and Devin and DA and Mikhail who play heavy minutes. If we didn't have 4 guys that played heavy minutes, you probably could slide E'Twaun in there. And to his credit, when I talked to him about it, he handled it as good as anybody I've ever seen. And it's one of the reasons why we wanted him on the team. He's going to be ready when he's called on, but he handled it like a champion. And I know he's going to help us win some games this year at some point.
Thanks, Coach. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys, too. Thank you.
Next up is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, and he'll be followed by Gina Mizell.
Sheesh. But you say Merry Christmas, that's like a closure type thing, man. You don't say that in the middle. Julie, get them together.
Okay, are we good for me to jump in, Coach? I'm just checking, making sure.
You say Happy New Year, I'm done.
I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is ask, Sacramento obviously had a huge win last night at Denver. What do you see when you look at them? Because you got obviously back-to-back with them this weekend.
Speed. They're playing faster than they played last year. Offensive rebounding. And so transition and rebounding is going to be something that, we talk about, but it's going to be at the top of the list as far as, trying to counter what they do well. For them to go to Denver in the altitude and score that many points and win the way they won last night, those guys are in shape. And so you don't get a break in the West. You don't get a break in the league anymore. Like, there's good teams everywhere. And so every time you step on the floor, you got to bring it.
Which leads me to the follow up. 5 games in 7 days, and there's Denver on there. There's Utah, Sacramento twice. It's on and on. Just speak to that challenge of going through that gauntlet this early, as Cody said, after a short ramp up.
Yeah, it's going to test our ability to manage practice time, use it well, maybe film study, maybe more walkthroughs. And, in games like, or moments like that in your schedule, there may be a time where E'Twaun gets on the floor because you're going to need more legs and more experience. And, Frank, to your question earlier, he could see the floor just because of the number of games and the travel and things of that nature.
Coach, last question is Gina Mizell with Suns.com.
Hey, Monty, to kind of go back to Frank for a second, just how do you go about trying to bring him up to speed? Because it is such a unique situation where, yes, he was on the team last year, but the team is different this year. The protocols of him not being able to be around, just what have you done? Have you given him film to watch? Do you just check in with him? Like, how's the staff gone about trying to get him up to speed as fast as possible?
Our staff does a really good job of, and every staff does it. If you go to any team and a new guy comes to the squad, there's one coach or two that will, make sure that player has a playbook so that they can study. And then we'll put him in script situations where he can get out there with the coaches and learn his position or another position. And so that's going to go on today and for sure on game day. So you just try to get him up to speed as best you can. He's been in our secondary offense, so that'll come back to him quickly. There's a couple of new plays we've put in. But other than that, it's going to take a lot of, after practice work, film study, and, we send out text messages with video clips of things that guys need to learn or be aware of.
All right, I'll close it out with the Merry Christmas. How about that?
There you go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Coach. Thank you for your time.